2021 has been a crazy year for everyone.
News of a new COVID-19 variant.
Coronavirus cases are continuing to climb across.
As an African, I've had my fair share of being on the receiving end of knee-jerk travel bans, airline and government tensions, visa issues, scrapped travel plans, and just this crippling uncertainty, as I'm sure many people around the world have experienced as well. But as the year comes to an end and the holiday season is finally upon us, I felt that this would be a good time to take a much needed break, which I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to do at all.
So as you can probably tell, I'm in an airport, obviously. This is Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar. Aesthetically speaking, one of my favorite airports that I've been to. And today is pretty special for me because I'm going to be visiting a new country. But we'll get to that later in the video. I actually just got in from Lagos, Nigeria on Qatar Airways, and that was about 2 hours ago. But now the real fun begins because it is 7:43 p.m. and my next flight leaves at 2:45 a.m. So I'm thinking we just spend the rest of the layover exploring and seeing what is up at Hamad International Airport.
Man, the last time I was in this airport was like 4 years ago, but I've never forgotten it and I've always wanted to come back because I fell in love with the interior design. I like the dark feel that it kind of has. It's not the brightest airport, if that makes sense. The terrazzo style flooring I think is beautiful, and the airport also has this steel look, which I really like. The gray just adds character to it. And the brown chairs, I feel like all the colors just complement each other very well. So it makes the airport look corporate, modern, and cool. Okay, the airport is definitely not as packed as you would expect it to be, and maybe this is because of COVID. I really expected it to be much fuller than this. But it's kind of nice this way. It's not too crowded, you know? This is like the main attraction of this airport, this giant teddy bear, which I believe stands at 23 feet tall or 7 meters tall. And yeah, this is what everybody comes to see. And I think it's pretty cool because it's a very unique centerpiece. So as you can see, everybody's taking pictures with the teddy bear. And in case you don't know, Qatar is actually hosting the FIFA World Cup next year, and that would explain this football pitch design in the middle of the airport. So I tried to get into the Al Morjan lounge, which supposedly is one of the best airline lounges in the world. The lounge is exclusively for Qatar Airways business and first class passengers and One World Alliance first class passengers. Even if you're not business or first, you can still get lounge access if you pay for it, and it costs about $128 US. Unfortunately today they have reached their capacity, so there's no space in the lounge, so I wasn't able to get in. It's finally time to board. Welcome to the Seychelles. This is Charlotte Villa, home for the next 10 days or so. It is located pretty much at the extreme bottom of the island, pretty far from the airport and downtown Victoria, but still a very nice place, very nice location. It's in the mountains, or maybe I should say the hills, and we have a gorgeous view of the Indian Ocean. So yeah, can't complain. This is a very, very, very nice place to live.
So I thought I would just give a quick lowdown on the accommodation situation and just general travel information for anyone thinking of coming to the Seychelles, especially at this time. Firstly, accommodation is taken very seriously here. There's actually a list on the Seychelles tourism website of accredited properties suitable for tourists to stay. If you're coming into the Seychelles as a tourist, you need to stay at one of these approved facilities. Secondly, Seychelles is a visa-free country, but the only thing you need now is a valid travel authorization. And to get that, you just need to upload your negative PCR test results, which should have been taken 72 hours before departure. You also need proof of accommodation, your flight details, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And they do get back to you very quickly. I heard back within 20 minutes. You just upload your stuff and they give you the authorization if everything goes well, and that's all you need to come to Seychelles. COVID is taken very seriously here, and actually occasionally medical personnel will come into the accommodation just to make sure things are going well, people are sticking to the COVID guidelines, and yeah, it is a big deal. You are required to wear your mask at all times, and public places or the living areas in the villa cannot be crowded. There are posters all over the walls just reminding you about due diligence where COVID is concerned and cleanliness and all that stuff. When I checked into the villa, there was actually a visitor logbook where you write your name, time of entry, and temperature. And the point of that is just to make sure everybody is within the normal temperature range so as to limit any possibilities of spreading COVID in the villa. And if you have a high temperature, I don't think you will be allowed to come into the villa. Instead, you will be taken to a medical facility where you will be put in isolation, and they will run tests to make sure you are not COVID positive. There are actually some other guests staying here as well, so we all have to kind of tiptoe around one another just to make sure we're not in each other's face for social distancing reasons. So yeah, moral of the story, visitors are highly encouraged to visit Seychelles. However, you have to adhere to the strict COVID guidelines. That's all. So now I'm just gonna relax, shower, unwind a bit, and a bit later we'll probably head into town with our host just to explore.
This is John, our host at the Villa, a living storybook and a bundle of energy who specializes in preparing some of the most delicious organic recipes you will ever taste, and is proud to refer to Africa as the only true home he has ever known. I didn't know it at the time, but John would easily become one of the best parts of this trip. We've been driving around a section of the island, and we just stopped at this beach for a quick breather. and it's amazing. So beautiful. It's like the perfect place just to take a break and relax. We're almost the only ones on the beach. There's like 2 other people here, but man, it's just incredible. The water is so blue. The views are something else, and this is just perfect. And this isn't even the nicer beach, so that's saying a lot.
After a brief stop at the beach, we paid a little visit to a friend of John's who owns a car rental company. His name is Patrick, and even after just a few minutes in his shop, it was pretty obvious to see why they've been friends for decades.
He is not my friend, eh?
This is where we got our rental for today, so thank you very much.
And okay, the AC is working, you know, everything is working, and keep on the left.
Yeah.
And enjoy your driving. Even your holiday.
So in Seychelles, everybody advised us to get a car. They say that is the best way to get around. So we just came to rent a car, and this is what we'll be using for the next week or so. So, yeah.
I'm not used to driving on the left side of the road, and this new experience coupled with narrow, windy roads definitely got my blood pumping a bit. But I soon found that this step out of my comfort zone really wasn't so bad. It was actually pretty fun. With the car rental done and dusted, exploring Seychelles just got a whole lot easier.
This is Surfers Bay Beach here in the Seychelles, pretty close to where I'm staying. And according to the locals, this isn't even one of the nicer beaches, which is pretty hard to believe because, I mean, just look at this place, it's amazing. So I can only imagine what the others look like. But I'm so excited to be exploring this island, and I'm hoping I can get some pretty good stuff over the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for coming along, joining me on my layover adventures, and following me all the way here to the Seychelles. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be seeing you soon.